Hello again, ESL students, and welcome to this video. In today's class, we're going to talk about belonging, expressing belonging using whose and to whom, okay? The first example, as you can see here, says, whose is this marker? Whose is this marker? You could also say, whose is this? If you're showing the marker, well, whose is this marker, or whose is this? Or, to whom does this belong? To whom does this belong? Okay, whose is this marker, or to whom does this belong? As you notice here, let me see, when you use whose, you go straight to the verb to be. Whose is this marker? Okay, when you use to whom right here, you go straight to the auxiliary do or does, okay? Okay, to whom does this belong? Whose is this marker? Or whose is this? Okay, just like that. You know it's a marker, right? So you don't have to say marker. Whose is this? Or, excuse me, whose is this? Is this yours? To whom does it belong? Do you know? Okay, next one. Whose are these glasses? Whose are these? You notice again right here, when you use whose, you go straight to the verb be, okay? Whose are these glasses? And then the object. Whose are these glasses, okay? Or whose are these? If you have them in your hand, you're like, whose are these? Whose are these, okay? Next one. To whom? Notice again here. I'm going to point it out. To whom do these glasses belong, okay? When you use to whom, you go straight to the auxiliary do or does, okay? Depending on what you're talking about. And when you use whose, you go straight to the verb be using are or is, depending on what you're talking about again. Okay, right here, we're using is because we're talking about one thing, right? A marker. Whose is this marker? But right here, we're talking like in plural form. Whose are these glasses, okay? If we were talking about this board right here, we would say, whose is this board, right? But if we were talking about two, whose are these boards, okay? And right here, to whom does this belong? I'm talking about one thing, that's why we were using does. But to whom do these glasses belong? We have to use do, right? To whom does this board belong? If there were many, to whom do these boards belong? Okay? Great. Next. Whose? Right here, I wrote it in a different way. It's also common. Whose jacket is this? Whose jacket is this? We just switched this one, right? You can put it here. Whose is this jacket? Okay? You could put this one all the way to the end. Right here, and it would also be correct, okay? But this is also common. Whose jacket is this, okay? Or whose marker is this, okay? But since you already know you're talking about a marker or a jacket, you could just say, whose is this, okay? But it's also correct like this. You could put the object right after whose. Whose jacket is this, okay? Whose keys are these, okay? Next. To whom does this jacket belong? Okay, to whom? Notice right here, we're using to whom. We're going straight to the auxiliary does. To whom does this jacket belong? It says the exact same thing. It's the exact same question with different words, okay? The first one, whose jacket is this? To whom does this jacket belong, okay? You could also, well, I have the other examples. Let me keep going, okay? Whose keys are those, okay? Whose keys are those? As you notice here, I'm putting the object right after whose, okay? Whose keys are those? Or whose are those keys? Or simply, whose are those, okay? You can do the same thing. Put this one right at the end. This one right at the beginning. I mean, right after whose, like that. Anyways, okay? But you have to use are, okay? Whose are those keys, okay? And this one would go before those, right? Also, Whose are those keys? I don't want to mix you up a lot, so I'm just going to explain slower. Okay? You can say whose are those keys, or whose keys are those, or whose are those. Okay? You don't really need to write down the subject. Okay, next one. I mean the object. Whom? Whom do they belong to? Right here, I did it different. Okay? I did not write to whom. I wrote whom do they belong? And you can use to right at the end. Whom do they belong to? Okay? Whose keys are those? Whom do they belong to? Whose are those keys? Okay? There are many ways you can like order the statement or the sentence or the question. Okay? Right. We're going to move on to some exercises and examples so you can practice along with me and learn a little bit more. Thank you for watching this video. Okay folks, practice time. You're going to help me fill in the blanks, I mean, with the correct one. Whose or to whom? Okay? All right. The first one is, blank are these glasses. To whom are these glasses? No, right? It would be whose. Whose are these glasses? Okay? Whose are these? If you have them in your hand. Whose are these glasses? Okay? Or whose are these? The next one. You can see that it was whose because we're using the verb be, right? Right here we're using the auxiliary do. So you would say, whose do these belong? No, right? To whom? To whom? Or you could go ahead and put this at the end. Whom do these belong to? Okay? Whom do these belong to? Or to whom do these belong? Okay? Next one. You can notice here we're using the verb be again. To whom is this picture? No, right? Only if you were mailing it to somebody. To whom is this picture? Okay? But no. Whose is this picture? Whose? Whose is this picture? Or whose picture is this? Right? You could put this in the right here. Whose picture is this? Okay? Next one. Does blank, does this belong to? Blank, does it belong to? Okay? Is that whose or to whom? That's right, to whom? To whom? Okay, this is an H, okay, not an N. To whom does it belong to? Not right, right? Whom? Why? Because we're using to over here. You could put it in the beginning or at the end, okay? To whom does it belong to? Does it belong, I mean? Or whom does it belong to? In this case, we're using to at the end. So whom does it belong to? Okay, next one. To whom pencil is this? No, right? Whose? Whose? Why? You can tell by that. Whose pencil is this? You're always going to use a verb be when you use whose. You're always going to use the auxiliary do or does when it's whom, okay? Or to whom. You can use to at the beginning or to at the end. Or you could put the object right here, pencil, or at the end. Whose is this pencil? Whose pencil is this? Okay? Like here. Whose, again, whose jacket is this? Okay? We're using the verb be again. Or, whose is this jacket? Or simply, whose is this? Okay? Great. We're going to move on to some homework. Remember, it's really important that you do it so you can get the practice and the feedback, okay? It goes in the comment section below this video, and thanks for watching. All right, folks, here's your homework. You're going to write questions with whose or to whom, okay? You're going to ask who something belongs to. Okay, remember it goes in the comment section below this video. For example, you can say, whose are these videos? Or to whom do these belong? Okay, great. Remember the rules, and thank you for watching, and see you in our next video. Hey, don't go yet. I have a fun English fact for you. Did you know that 92% of all blockbuster movies, which are very popular, are spoken in English? Now's the time to learn English, right? So, to learn more or watch more free videos or more fun English facts, please visit our website, which is www.eslenglishabacademy.com. That's www.eslenglishabacademy.com. Thanks for watching. Would you like to watch my next video? Click on the television to the right.